It's that time, guys. Hey, both literally speaking, because we're back to our regular scheduled programming with Truck Cab Devotionals, so welcome. Figuratively, it's time. It's time, guys. Picture this, if you will. You are a woman of old. So that means from a long time ago. Okay? You've grown up with this number one goal of bearing a child. Okay? This has been your goal. You've lived most of your life up until this point praying for a child. Praying to feel what it's like to have a child inside of you. And now you've gotten it, right? 9 months ago, God started weaving together something in your womb, a baby. He gave it a heartbeat. And you, for the past 9 months, you have felt him move and twist and flutter. And yes, okay, you've gone through the good, you've gone through the bad. As bad as it has been, as bad as the sickness has been, as bad as the pains have been, and your body changing, you still find joy in the fact that God has answered a prayer. And now, here at the end of 9 months, you have given birth. You are going through so much pain, and yet you still find immense joy in the fact that your baby is finally here. The promise that God would bless you with a son, with a child, is finally here, and here he comes. And then all of a sudden, a midwife, a doctor, leans in and whispers in your ear, "Hey, it's a baby boy. And the king has ordered that all baby boys should be killed." And then all of a sudden, what should be a joyous, a momentous occasion turns into nothing but dread and fear. And what am I going to do? What turns into a time of celebration turns into complete panic. But the midwife leans in again and whispers and says, "Don't worry. I don't share that same thought." Okay, so baby's born. It's a healthy baby boy. And for the next 3 months, you are going to pray diligently. You're going to stress over the fact that I need to keep this baby quiet so that nobody else knows that I had and gave birth to a baby boy. So for the next 3 months, you're praying, you're stressing over it, you're fearful. You are also hopeful in the fact that, well, God has a plan. And then he says, then he comes down and whispers to you. Yet again, another whisper in your ear, yet this time it's God answering you. Say, "Have no fear. I am not a God of fear, but I am a God of life. I am a God of love. As much as I love you, I love your baby boy, and I have big plans for him." Then what happens inside of you is something you can't understand. You just have a peace about it. You know that God has this. It is in God's hands, and he tells you his plan. And all of a sudden, you just know what to do. You, as a mother, instead of letting your child die, it's better to send him away and let him live than risk being killed. So you make and you weave. You spend this time weaving a basket. You lay this baby into a basket and you send him down the river. And all the while you watch, just praying and hoping, knowing that deep inside you that God has a plan for him. God has big plans for him. And that maybe a wind is not going to come by and knock the basket over, or a crocodile's not going to come up and eat him. And that he would just be quiet, and all of a sudden the basket comes to rest on the side of the bank on down the river a little ways, and your heart is calmed. You find out that a woman, a young woman, has found him. She just so happens to be the princess. And yes, as if you guys haven't guessed it at this point in time, that we are talking about the birth of Moses. The princess finds him. She finds compassion, and she brings him in as her own. All the while, Moses' mother, or sister, is watching this exchange. Moses grows up in obscurity. He grows up in a place seemingly that he should not be there. That is not his home. The palace, the Pharaoh's palace, is not his home. He grows up in paganism, all the while knowing that he is different. Now, the whole premise of this Truck Cab Devotional is to show you where Jesus is. Now, let me tell you this, that the devil knows that he is defeated. He has gotten this promise from the very beginning, from the Garden of Eden, and he is trying his darndest to thwart God's plans by impressing in on these people that all male child, even in Moses' time, should be killed. But you know what? God is always 5, 10, a million steps ahead of the devil, because the devil is no competition to God. And this happens in Jesus' time too. His family has got to flee to Egypt after Jesus is born, because the same thing is happening. The same recycled tactics of the enemy, the devil, are in play then as they were in the Moses' time, and yet God still has big plans. God had big plans for Moses, and that's not for this Truck Cab Devotion. We will get to that, I promise, and that is extremely exciting because we also see Jesus in that as well. But for this instance, this is a foreshadowing. The Moses story, the birth of Moses, is a foreshadowing of the coming Messiah, Jesus Christ. And much in the same way Moses came into this world, Jesus did as well. That the devil was sitting there waiting to devour, just like he is today. He is sitting there waiting to devour the image of God, you, me. He roams around this earth like a roaring lion, but let me tell you this, he is not a roaring lion. He is a defeated foe. But do not discount that, because he still is powerful, and he still is very cunning and very clever in the way he tries to manipulate people. But you know what? We serve a risen Savior, Jesus Christ, because you know what? Like Moses survived that whole ordeal, so did Jesus. Jesus survived every attempt of the devil to destroy that human body, to destroy the image of God, and yet Jesus defeated all of that, willingly going to the cross and fulfilling that promise, and will continue to fulfill that promise that God made so long ago in the Garden of Eden, that even though you may bruise the heel, he will crush your head. And that is exactly what Jesus did, guys. And we will get more into this exciting story about Moses, but I hope this, I was creatively telling the story of Exodus 1. And what an exciting story it is. And like I said, we will get more into the life of Moses in other episodes. But for now, guys, remember that you may be somewhere where you don't want to be, where you are not supposed to be, and you feel like the evil one is just trying to tear you apart. But you know what? God has a plan for you, and it's a plan for good. and Jesus defeated death, hell, and the grave for you, for me, and all of us. And he loves each and every one of us, and we bear his image so that we can mirror God in this life and all around this world. Guys, we'll see you next time on Truck Cab Devotionals. See you guys.